All right, folks, listen. This is a live stream, and I might be interacting with the viewers somewhere along the line in this video. But first, let me just tell you this: if you're new to the channel, you are not going to grasp the magnitude of what I'm showing unless you watch all of my live streams. You just got to work your way through my live streams and be patient and watch all the live streams. The live streams, okay? If you really truly want to know what this channel is about, and also know that I have two predictions, the same two predictions that I've been making for the last how many years, okay? It's been many years. And the only thing I didn't know was the year and what they were uh, waiting for, okay? Because I know the dates, and I know the people involved, and I know the places, okay? I just didn't know the year. Like I said, if you're new, then you this way you can understand what I'm talking about. Have two predictions that on June 11th, there's going to be a spectacular event in the state of Washington, and it's going to be horrific, okay? Because they're going to crack Washington State in half, all right? Or something horrific. I'm just giving you the worst case scenario. And it's on June 11th. Get out of all of Washington State, especially all of the west side and anywhere near the water, okay? And most likely ground zero will be around Seattle, but it's going to take out the whole west side. So that's June 11th, and that event is going to somehow connect to Elvis, okay? Because Elvis is the beast out of the sea, and his name or the number of his name or his image is going to come out of that event. That's what that means when it says the beast out of the sea. His image, his name, or his number of his name, or all of it will be eventually the mark of the beast, okay? And and if you read the Bible, and when it talks about the beast coming out of the sea, it also talks about one of his heads being wounded to death and healing, and the world wandering after the beast that had the head wound that lived and still lived. His head wound was healed. And that's Trump, because Trump is the image of Elvis, okay? So what you're seeing is them copying God, okay? Because when Jesus was walking the earth as God in the flesh, God was still in heaven as the Father, okay? Because Jesus came as the Son of God, even though he's God in the flesh, but he came as the Son of God, and the Father was still in heaven as God. That's what they're doing. They're saying that Trump is going to be playing the part of Jesus because he's going to get that, crucified, get it, and get the head wound, and then he lives because Jesus rose from the dead, and while Jesus was, doing all that, God was still in heaven. You understand? That's why Trump has to be the God in the flesh, while Elvis is the God, the unseen God, because Elvis is the top one, Trump is the one beneath him, okay. Anyway, like I said, Trump is the one who gets the head wound of the beast, the beast that rises out of the sea. It's one of his heads was wounded. All right. Anyway, and Trump's head wound is on August 4th in Ohio. Like I said, those are the two predictions. June 11th, Washington State, August 4th, Trump head wound. Now, I'm going to show some information that I've shown already. Oh, but before I do that, let me just show you real quick. That way you can get an understanding of how the image of Elvis can come out of Washington State. Look, here is an image of the state of Washington, okay? Forget about what it says in the names. I forget all that words, but this is the outline of it. But we're going to be focusing on this right here. You see this part right here? Right there. That's this right here. See? What you're seeing, where's my pen? Hold on. See this right here? This is Seattle, and this is the King County. Elvis was known as the King. But you see this right here? This is where Elvis's head is. You see this? This is the outline of Elvis's head. And they were calling this place the Chop Zone. See this? In Seattle during the pandemic. and CHOP equals 42, and Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state because they're going to chop Elvis's head off, okay? And see Elvis's hair and his head? You see how it kind of looks like that right there? So this is his chin, this is his neck, this is the back of the head, this is his hair up here, this is the front of his face, you see? So if they strike right here and it cuts it off, you know, like I said, I don't know exactly, but that could be how the image of Elvis, you know, comes up out of there. And of course, you know, Trump, he's going to get his head wound in Ohio, like I said, on August 4th. And this is the image of Florida, where he lives. This is Florida. It looks just like his head, his hair, and it looks like a pistol. It looks like his hair and a pistol, because Trump's going to get his head wound. But not in Florida. This is Florida. He's going to get his head wound in Ohio, but he had to connect to the Florida, okay, before he gets it in Ohio. All right. Anyway, so those are the two predictions, okay? I was just wasting time, you know, just in case some new people are in the chat. Now let's go to some information that I've shown before, and it's really good information. You just got to pay attention, okay? What's going on with the camera? Stupid. Hold on one second. All of a sudden the camera went bright white on me. Anyway, so let's start here. All right, so you know my two predictions is Washington State on June 11th and Trump head wound on August 4th, right? And isn't it interesting how it plays out? Listen, look at what I'm about to show you. So my two predictions are 6-11 and 8-4. Look how they all connect to each other. Watch this. So, you know, JFK, he was born on 5/29. 5/29's backwards reverse date. Its reverse date is August 4th, because August 4th is the 216th day of the year, which leaves 149 days. 5/29 is the 149th day of the year. That's why it's its reverse date. Now, what is 6/11's reverse date? Is 7/22. Now, how does 7/22 connect to 8/4, and how does 6/11 connect to 5/29? Because on the old Julian calendar, August 4th would have been 7/22. On the old Julian calendar, 6/11 would be 5/29. So 6/11 is 5/29 on the Julian calendar. 5/29's reverse date is August 4th. August 4th Julian calendar is 7/22. 7/22's reverse date is 6/11. It's a perfect circle. Okay. All right. So that's another crazy coincidence. Okay, which I've already shown before. Now let's get to Trump's earshot. So Trump was shot on 7/13, which I've shown before. Remember, he got his ear shot, right? That ridiculous, ridiculous story. And on 7/13, 7/13 looks like the letters LIE. And you know what that spells, LIE. All right. And what time did he get his ear shot? At 6:11. Okay, I've already done videos on this. I'm just rehashing it. So he gets his ear clipped. The time was 6:11 that day. Exactly. Okay. And then well, where it happened was Butler, Pennsylvania. And BP is the 216, the letters. And 216th day of the year is August 4th. Okay? That's the day Trump gets his head wound, right? 216, BP. And look at this. February 16th, which is the date 216, is the 47th day of the year. And look at that. It's 1 month, 16 days. That's the 6/11 connection. Look at that. 6/11. And who's the 47th president? Going to be Trump, most likely. But Elvis has been dead now for 47 years. So another connection, okay? You know, I could show you more, but I'm just, you know, trying to make this as quick as possible, getting through this. Then when Trump, after he got his ear shot on 7/13, he went back to Butler on 10/5, which I predicted something would happen on 10/5. And what happened was he said that he was going to go back to Butler. And that was the prediction. I didn't know that. And you should go watch my video and you'll see what I'm talking about. So he went back to Butler, Pennsylvania, 84 days later. after he got his ear clipped. And I told you Trump's going to get his head wound on 8/4. Okay? And remember, he got his ear clipped at 6/11 the time. So you have all the 6/11 and the 8/4 connections, right? And when he went back to Butler, Pennsylvania, after 84 days later, he did a moment of silence at 6/11 the time. When he went back to Butler, he goes, I would, let's all give a moment of silence. At this exact moment, 6/11, 12 weeks earlier, 12 weeks is 84 days. And he said 12 weeks earlier, at this moment, 6/11, let's, and then all of a sudden these bells rang. Four times they rang the bell. Because, it's telling you folks that this is it, okay? And so you have all these connections, all right, to the shooting. And like I said, it happened on 7/13, right? The date. And I told you that why that was important, the date. You'll see in a moment. Trump, he was born in the year 46. JFK's death age was 46 because JFK's the one who got the head wound, right? And so 46, and the Trump got shot on 7/13. Look at this. The prime numbers for 4 and 6 are 7 and 13. Okay? Fourth prime is 7, sixth prime is 13. Look at that. See? Perfect. And what else is important about that? Look, if you look at the numbers 4, 7, 6, 1, 3, that's Jesus. 7, 4, 6, 1, 7, 4, 6, 1. And then you have a 3. What is the 3? That's the crown, the W. The crown is the W. So it's the crown on top of Jesus, you see? And did not, oh, here you go. Did Trump not go to the opening of the cathedral, the Notre Dame opening? Because what is it that cathedral? They supposedly have the crown of thorns. They have the crown of thorns at that place. You see that? You see what I'm saying? I told you they're mocking Jesus, Hold on. Let me catch up to the chat here. Okay, now, let me, just real quick, where am I here? So, you remember I was showing you this, right? The number of Jesus was in the numbers of what I was just showing. And so remember, Jesus equals 7461, right? Now watch this. Vernon Presley, from the day Vernon Presley was born to the day Elvis died, look at those numbers. 61 years, 4 months, 7 days. Look at that. And what is that? That's the numbers of Jesus. 7461. See it? Same numbers, 7461. All right. From because Elvis's dad is the one who created this monster Elvis, And if you started from the first year of the 1900s to Obama's birthday, because Trump's gonna get his head wound on August 4th, Obama's birthday, Trump gets the head wound. And why is this date so important? Because look, it's 61 years, 7 months, 4 days. See that? If you went from the first of the year in the 1900s, the very first day, see, it's 61 years, 4 months, 7 days. This is 61 years, 7 months, 4 days. Okay? And that's the numbers of Jesus. You understand? Now, when was Obama elected president and when did he become president? When he was the age 47. And Obama's current age is 63 right now, okay? And JFK was killed in JFK was killed in 63, but it was in between 63 and 64. Okay? Because it was closer to 64, right? Because it was 11/22 the date. So it's You know what I'm saying, right? So it's in between 63 and 64. So when Trump gets his head wound next year on August 4th, it's a connection to the 63 and 64 because it's going to be on that exact day when Trump gets his head wound. So he's still 63 until that day is over, basically. You know what I mean? Technically. Anyway, he turns from 63 to 64. Anyway, Obama was elected president at 47, became president at 47, right? And right now, Elvis has been dead for 47 years. Okay, he's been dead for 47 years, starting from August 16th this year, when he turned 47 years dead. Okay, and who was the 47th president going to be? Trump was just elected, right? I mean, selected to win it. I don't know if he's going to actually become the 47th president, but he was elected, right? And I told you the 47th day of the year connects to the 611 and connects to the 216. August 4th, 216th day of the year when Trump gets his head wound, right? 47 connected to Trump, connected to Elvis, turning 47 years dead, connecting to 611, connecting to the 216, connecting to the 216. It's all connected. Can't you see this? Look how perfect this is, you know? Elvis being 47 years dead now, Obama being elected at 47, and, you know, the age. And, of course, Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. August 4th is the 216th day of the year. And everything connects to Elvis as far as the 666, okay? And like I said, Trump's gonna get his head wound on the 216th day of the year, but on a leap year it would be the 217th. And look at this. From the day Vernon Presley was born on 410 to the day Vernon Presley died on 626. Look, it's 2 months, 16 days or 2 months, 17 days. Again, a connection to what I'm showing you because Trump's going to get his head wound on the 216, 217 day, right? And in between Vernon Presley's birth, between Vernon Presley's birth and Elvis's death is 4 months, 7 days. Again, a 4-7 connection. And this is from his birth to Elvis's death, right? And if you go from 4-7, the date, it's 4 months, 10 days, which is Vernon Presley's birthday, 410. You know what I mean? I'm just using the 47 because Elvis has been dead for 47 years from the date he died. So that's why we're going with the 47 connection, because everything's about that 47, right? Now, so remember I told you Trump got his ear shot. It's on 7/13. The time was 6/11, but let's just go with this right now. Trump's ear shot, the date was 7/13. Trump to be the 47th president. Look at that. So 7/13 and 47, right? Trump's going to be the 47th. Elvis has been dead for 47 years. Trump's ear shot was 7/13. So Vernon was born. This is Vernon Presley's birthday. Vernon Presley's birth date to the day JFK died. Look at this. It's 47 years, 7 months, 13 days. You see that? Trump was shot at 7/13, the date, and he's going to be the 47th, right? So look at that. 47 years, 7 months, 13 days from Vernon Presley's birth to JFK's death. All right? So another crazy coincidence right there, right? Check this out. So from Vernon's death to the day Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th next year, look at this. The amount of days is 16842. 16842. That's Elvis's death day and his age when he died. See, 8/16/42. He died on 8/16 at the age 42. And that Trump's going to get his head wound that day. Okay? And I forgot to put this in real quick. Just let me write this part. I'm not going to go into detail on this part, but for the people who know my videos, you know what all the connections with this, but hold on. So when Elvis died on 8/16, Trump's gonna get his head wound and be pronounced dead on 8/4, but he's gonna live. So 8/16 is Elvis's death, 8/4 is Trump head wound. Look at that. 1620 or 2016, if you say it backwards, the dates. See, 2016, 2/16 with a crown, that's August 4th. And 1/62 with a crown is June 11th, the 162nd day. 216th day is August 4th with a crown. 162nd day is June 11th with a crown. And that's Elvis's death and Trump's head wound day, right? So that's just another connection there, right? Now remember, I was showing you all the connections there. Check this out. So from Vernon's birth to the day Trump was born, the exact day he was born, if you don't add the day, but up to that day, it's 11,022 days. Okay, think about what I'm showing you here. So what is 1122? That is JFK's death date, right? And that's from Vernon's birth to to Trump's birth. Vernon birth to, right? And remember, I showed you that Trump's earshot was 7/13, and Trump's going to be the 47th, right? And I told you that from Vernon's birth to JFK's birth was 47 years, 7 months, 13 days. That's exactly the day Trump, who got elected the 47th, 7/13, right? Anyway, so I'm just showing you another connection here, because 410 to 614 is 11,022 days. That's JFK's death day, 11/22, right? And now watch what happens, folks. So here's going to be a little bit of a reset connection. Now let me speak to you guys before I show you the rest, because I'm going to show you some more at the end of the video. So listen, when you are a baby at 0 years old, you're 0 years old when you come out of the womb. You don't turn 1 until the next year. Okay? So when people start counting, they count at 1. So that's why there's a discrepancy, folks, when, especially with how do I say this, man? They don't start from year 0. They start from 1. And then it goes up to 100. It starts from 1 to 10. You understand? 1 to 100, 1 to 1,000. What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't start from 0. So that's why 0 and 1 become 1. So that's why you can have 2 counts. Now watch what I'm going to show you. That way you can understand why 0 and 1 is both counted. Right? It's the reset on both of them. 0 is a reset. The 1 is a reset. Okay? Now watch. So, okay. Now watch what happens. That way you can understand what I'm saying. So remember, from Vernon's birth to Trump's birth, okay? This is when he's 0 years old. From Vernon's birth to Trump's birth, he's 0 years old. And it's 11,022 days, which is JFK's death date. Okay? Now, this is when he's 0 years old. What will happen if he's 1 year old? Watch what happens. So from the day Trump became 1 year old on 6/14/47 to Elvis's death date is 11,022 days. Do you see it? Are you getting it, what I'm showing? So from Vernon's birthday to the day Trump was 0 years old, it's 11,022 days. From the day he turned 1 year old on 47 to Elvis's death date, it's 11,022 days. Okay? That's what I'm trying to make you understand, that 0 and 1 are connected. Okay? And hold on. Hold on. All right, now. I gotta go back to this one later. So, let me go back to this. Before I told you I have some more stuff to show, but let me get this over with first. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I see what you're saying about the letter Q. Yeah. Q is like a 0 and a slash, a 1. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. So now, mind you, look at this. So from Obama's birthday, because that's why I told you. So because Trump's gonna get his head one on 8/4, right? So from Obama's birthday to JFK's death is 840 days if you don't add the day, but up to that day, 841 if you add it. So that's why I keep telling you that it can be counted in two ways. That's why and he's 63. See that? It's 63 the year. And hold on, I got to tell you guys this real quick. So Obama is 63 right now. All right? And JFK got his head wound in 63. All right? But it was between 63 and 64, and it was closer to the year 64. So when Trump gets his head wound on Obama's 64th, but remember, he's 63 going into that day, 63, 64 on August 4th. And and JFK was killed in between 63 and 64 in that year he got killed, right? But wait, here's the catch, right? So from Obama's birthday to JFK's death is 840 days. So there's your 8/4 with a crown, which is the head, right? You know, and just to solidify it, remember I showed you this, that when you put a crown, the triple crown, the letter O, the letter O, the letter O on the full names of Elvis Aaron Presley, Donald John Trump, Barack Hussein Obama, look what you get. These are the totals, right? But look at the bottom totals, 840 and 1122. 840, 1122. From 8/4 to 11/22 was 840 days. So you have 840, 11/22. See that? I mean, think about what I'm showing you, the impossibility of all this. Okay? All right? So see how it all connects, you see? And remember that 8/4 is the backwards date of JFK's birthday. 5/29 is the backwards date of August 4th. August 4th is the 216th day, leaves 149 days in the year, 149 days, 5/29. 5/29 is the day JFK was born, the guy who got the head wound. And Trump's going to get his head wound on 8/4. Man, do you see it? Okay? Anyway, hold on. Okay, now back to Vernon Presley real quick. So Vernon, from Vernon's birth to 8/4, Obama's birthday, is 45 years and some months. And from Vernon's birth to JFK's death was 47. Look at that. The 45 and 47. Who's the 45 and 47 president? You see what I'm showing you? From Vernon's birth, Elvis's dad, to Obama's birth is 45 years and some months. From Vernon's birth to JFK's death is 47 years and some months. 45, 47. And yes, 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 7 is 11, the 9/11. And who was the 9/11 president? I mean, who was the 9/11? Who was at ground zero? Which president? It was, who was there first? It was Trump. Trump was there before even stupid Bush was there. You know? Anyway, the point is that it's the 45-47 connection with that stupid Vernon. And how old was Elvis and Trump? that year. Elvis was 28, Trump was 17, and Obama was 2. 28 plus 17 is 45. 45 plus 2 is 47. You see? Elvis' age was 28, Trump was 17, 45 and 2, and 45, and 45 and 2 is 47. 45, 47. You see what I mean? How many connections do you want? Right? You know? Like I just showed you, Vernon's age was 45 when Obama was born, when JFK was dead, 47 years, and when Vernon died, oh, I forgot to put Elvis's age. Elvis was 61, and that's when Obama was born, right? And then and Vernon died at 63. And I told you that Obama's age is going to be 60. The reason that it had to be 63 and not just 64 by itself, because June 11th is all about the 63, because the June 11th event, which is the Washington State event, because the Space Needle was erected in 62, the Seattle Space Needle. It was erected in 62, and it's 63 years old next year. See, it has to happen while it's 63 years old. All right, because of what I just showed you there with hold on. Let me go back to this real quick. So, yeah, because of what I'm showing you here, I could have showed you the 62 and 63, which would have made even more sense to you. But I was just trying to keep it as simple as possible. But, Obama was born in 61, JFK killed in 63. And I was showing you that Vernon died at age 61. I mean, when Elvis died, Vernon was 61. When Vernon died, he was 63. Saying 63, 61, connecting. Another connection there, And anyway, back to this. In 1963, when JFK was killed, Elvis, the hell? Hold on one second. Where am I? Why do I not have this? What did I do with it? Give me a second, pause. I lost my place here. Well, I'll come back to it. I don't know what this says. Hold on. The word twin equals 66. And from Vernon's birthday to Trump's birthday is 66 days. There's another connection. Because remember, Elvis's twin died at birth, and Trump is the replacement twin. Okay? Trump is the replacement twin for Elvis's twin that was sacrificed or died at birth. Okay, so the word twin equals 66 from Vernon, the father, who created the twins. You get what I'm saying? And then from Trump's birthday to Vernon's birthday, depending on what year you use, it can be 666 days or 665 or 667, depending on whether you add the day or don't add the day or which year you use. But from Trump's birthday to Vernon's is 666 days, And remember, Vernon, when he was born, to the day he was born to the day he died was 63 years, 2 months, 16 days, or 17 days, right? And if you add up all the numbers between 1 through 63 is 2016. So there's that 216 with a crown, right? And he died at the age of 63, right? He died at the age of 63. And 216, 2 months, 16 days, or 2 months, 17 days, which is August 4th. All right. So remember, I'm showing you that 1 through 63 is 2016, and that's when Trump was elected and when Obama was president, right? Obama was still president and Trump was elected in that year, right? And everything is about the 666, like I told you, that 1 through 63, the 63 is like the 36. You see the 36 in that number? Because look, when Elvis was born, He was born on 1/8. If you add up all the numbers between 1 and 8, it equals 36. So it has the connection to the 666. And what is 3 plus 6? 9. Because I told you Elvis needs the 9. And look, 1 through 36 is 666. So the 36 connects to this, connects to that. You know what I mean? 1 through 8. Elvis is born on 1/8, right? And so it connects to the 666. All right. And so everything connects to that, you see? And from the date 6-3, because we're looking at that 63 number, from the date 6-3 to August 4th, when Trump gets his head wound, is 63 days when you add the day. You see that? Again, and Trump's going to get his head wound on when Obama is going to turn from 63 to 64. There's a kid going by here, the window. What? It stops right at my window. This is unbelievable. So funny. Let me guess, they're going to change his diaper too right in front of me. Oh my goodness. I'm serious. They're stopping right in front of my window. It's so ridiculous. Poor kid. I mean, literally, they're not moving. Anyway, so I'm talking about the 63. I wouldn't doubt it if it was twins. That'd be funny. Anyway, so remember, I'm looking at this. So Elvis, I think that kid must be Elvis's, got the spirit of Elvis in him, that kid. Anyway, Elvis was born on January 8, 1935, in the year 35, right? Oh, yeah, they left now. They distracted me good on that one. Hold on. So we're talking about the 63, right? The 3-6. Look, Elvis was born in the year 35. If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 35, it equals 630. Look at that. 63 again. You see what I'm saying? 63 with a crown. Everything has to do with that 63. And JFK was killed in 63, right? Right? And look at this. If you add up Elvis's birth date, 1, 8, 19, and 35, look, 63. 1, 8, 19, and 35. 63. There it is again. You see how it all connects to each other? And the only year in prime numbers, that equals 216 is 1935, the year Elvis was born. The only year. And remember, Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name equals 216. The only year in prime numbers that equals 216 is Elvis's birth year, 1935. See, 216. And don't forget, JFK was the 35th president, and he was born on the 149th day. Look at that. And you see that? He's born on the 149th day, 35th president. Elvis was born in 35. You see? So I'm just saying these are, ridiculous coincidences, And remember, 1 through 35, which is what I just showed you, 1 through 35 equals 630. He was the 35th president, and he died in the year 63, and his head, right, that's the head, was taken out. You see what I mean? The crown. All right. Now, remember I showed you that Vernon Presley, from Vernon's birth to Obama's birth is 45 years and like a bunch of months. Because the month doesn't matter right now. I'm just showing you the 45 connection. And that from Vernon's birth to JFK's death was 47 years and some months. So 45, 47, which is the Trump connection, being 45, 47, right? And when was JFK killed? Look, JFK was killed on 11/22. The 326th day of the year was 11/22. And 3 times 26 is 78. Trump's age now is 78. Okay. And you know that the Seattle Kingdom was imploded on 3/26, in the year 2000. But why am I bringing this up? All right. Because 3/26, the JFK was killed, the 326th day of the year, it's the first number. It's the 326th prime is the first time you see the numbers 216 in consecutive order in primes. So the first time you see 216, remember 216th day of the year is August 4th. The first time you see the numbers 216 in prime numbers in consecutive order, the numbers is at the 326th prime. And that's the day JFK was killed, the 326th day of the year, 11/22. You see? And of course, August 4th is the 216th day of the year, right? You know. And why am I showing this again? Why am I showing this again? Let me see. Oh, because of this. Okay. So I was showing that 325, 326, because from JFK's, from if you don't add the day, if you go from the first of the year and don't add the day, it's 325 days or 326 days. Oh, there it is. What am I doing? If you don't add the day up to 11/22, it's 325 or 326 days. From Vernon's birth to Obama's birth, just in between the months is 3 months, 25 days or 3 months, 26 days. There's another connection, you see? And remember, he was 45 years old when Obama was born, 47 when JFK was killed. From Vernon's birth to JFK's death, he was 47. So you have the 45, 47 connection, and you have the same numbers in between, 325, 326, you see? And I told you 326 is the first time, 326 is the first time you see the 216, which is August 4th, you know. And 326 is the date JFK was killed. Hold on, folks. Oh, man. I'm done with this. I can't take it. Now, but just real quick, what I wanted to say is this. Watch this. So now pay attention. This is where the reset thing comes in. Now, remember I told you, if you're not counting the first year when Trump was born, all right? So if you don't count that year and you start counting from 1947 as the first time, you understand? So if you count one in 1947 to this year, it's because man, this is why I'm having so much trouble with this reset. Is trying to explain this stupid 0-1 crap. All right, it's driving me nuts trying to explain this. This is what I've been having trouble with. All right, so if you don't count when Trump was born in 1946, it started from 1947. Then when Trump would turn 78 next year. Do you understand? He's 78 now. But if you started from 1947, it would be perfect then. Everything. You understand? It would be perfect. Because then it would be what I was showing you, because JFK was killed on the 326th day of the year, and 3 times 26 is 78. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can count from 0 and you can count from 1. 0 is the 1, okay? And that's why you're having this confusion with this, you know? And that's why both years can match, okay? Man, this is so confusing. So, and it makes a perfect year because 47. If you start counting from 47 instead of the year 46 when he was born, 47, and then Elvis has been dead for 47 years. Yes, exactly. It's all about the binary codes. That's what I was trying to do in that first time I was trying to do the video. If you watch my video where it says I'm going to delete it, in the future, just a couple videos ago. I was trying to do this. It was driving me nuts. Yeah, it's all about the 0 and the 1, which is also the binary codes, yes, which I showed in that video. Anyway, so that's why I'm trying to understand that now you're going to understand what I'm talking about. So now look at what I'm showing, right? Let's go back to what I showed earlier. Let's start by showing what happens when you go to the regular date. So remember, from Vernon's birth to Trump's real birth date of 6/14/1946, when you don't add the day, but up to that day, it's 11,022 days. That's JFK's death date, right? From Elvis Presley's father to Trump's birth, exact birth, is 11,022. JFK was killed on 11/22, right? But then if you wait till he's 1 year old on 6/14/47, right? 6/14/47 to 8/16/77, which is Elvis's death date, it becomes 11,022 days. But only from year 1 when Trump turned 1 year old. Okay? So it becomes a perfect and guess what I'm about to tell you. I've talked about this before. You know that a crown, a circle, right? What would it be if you opened up a circle? If this is a circle, right? And by the way, you're seeing everything backwards. I'm right-handed, but my phone is all messed up. It's showing everything backwards when I show it like this. So this is a 0, right? Now watch, what would happen if you opened the 0 and bent it straight? It would be straight, right? A line. So watch this. So what if this was this? So what you're seeing is a bridge. Okay? So the 0 is the connection. It's a bridge. All right? And guess what bridge equals? It equals 45. Okay? See, that's the 45 is the bridge, folks. Do you understand? The 45 is the bridge to the other side. It's the portal. I'm trying to make you understand this. It's crazy, I know, but that's what it is. It's like a portal, and you'll understand it. I have another video that I'm gonna do. I don't know why I brought that out right now, but yeah, there you go. Bridge over troubled water. That's right. Elvis equals water in gematria. Anyway, so anyway, back to this. So the connection was we went from year 46 when Trump was born to year 47. That's when we started the new calculation, and it became perfect, as far as what I just showed with that. Now let's get to this. Now I'm going to show you a couple more connections with this. Hold on. With this 0-1 connections. This is part of the reset stuff that I'm talking about. By the way, can you guys thumb up the video? All right. So remember, 0 is 1, which is, like I said, in that other video with the binary codes being 0 and 1. And the 1 needs the 0, makes it 10. Perfect is 10, right? So everything's about that 0 and the 1, right? Now, look. Watch what happens when you do this. Watch this. So when was Elvis born? Elvis was born in 35. Remember, Elvis equals reset in gematria. Elvis equals reset. Elvis equals water. And how did God reset the earth? With water. It equals the exact same numbers. Every number is the same. All right, in gematria. Now, Elvis was born in 35, the year, but he was born in between 35 and 36, right? He was born on January 8th, so it was in between 35 and 36. And I told you Elvis needs the 9, right? He was born on the 8th day. Look at that. 3 and 5 is 8. He needs that 9. He needs that 36 year. And what is 1 through 36? 666. You see, he was born in 35. He needs that 36. 63 with the crown. Remember, I told you the bridge to the 666. 63, the bridge to the 666, right? And remember, Elvis is born on 1/8. I mean, he's born on the 8th day, which is 36. So you have the 36 connection with 8 also, you know? So you get what I'm saying? So the 36 connects to that. He connects to the 666, okay? Now, why am I showing you this? So now we know that if you count from year 0, because he was 0 years old, then he was 1 year old in 36, right? Watch what happens when he's 1 year old. So look, Elvis was born on 1935. He's 0 years old. Now, Elvis, so he's going to turn 90 next year. But because we're starting from 1936 to next year, June 11th, look what happens. It's the amount of days, because see, now it's 89 years. It should be 90 years, but it's going to be 89 or 90. 89 or 90. All right. So we're going to go with the 89 right now. So if it was 90 years, it would be my birthday. It would be 90 years, 5 months, 4 days. The 954 connection, which I told you I was born on 9/4, but it landed on the 9/5 day because it was a leap year. But anyway, we're starting from year 1 when Elvis was 1 year old. And this is what it is. 32,663. 32663. And when was JFK killed? On the 326th day of the year, and the year was 63. 326th day of the year number 63, right? 32663. And remember, this is from 1 year old. See? 1936, when Elvis is 1. 32663. All right? Which was this year's calculation. That's why I was shocked when it didn't happen. But because you're also counting it from year 1, that's why next year is the year. All right? Because it has to connect to the 89 and the 90. I knew Elvis was waiting for the 9. I told you that. He got the 9 when he turned 89, but he needs the 9 with the crown, the 90. That's why you got to have the 90 also, because he turns 90 next year. Okay, so you're getting the 89 and the 90. All right, now, hold on. Before I move on, are you guys getting that? I'm about to show you the next thing. Do you guys understand that so far? Man, this is so... For anybody's comment, let me just look through some of your comments before I move on. Hold on. Give me a second, folks. Yeah, Space Needle equals fallen angel. Space Needle equals fallen angel. That's what represents a fallen angel, that thing. Yeah, you guys are making good comments, but I just can't concentrate on what you guys are saying because my mind is busy. Man, I can barely see your comments. Hold on. Let me just look at them. I'm not done yet, folks. I still have like 10 more cards. Important stuff I'm going to show connecting to the reset stuff. Hold on. Listen, folks, I can't go through all the comments. Yeah, God bless all of you. Appreciate it. Yeah, can you guys, if I missed anybody's comments, can you guys just put it again in the, not now, but I mean under the comments section of this video. And make sure you thumb up the video. All right. Hold on. Hold on. I'm about to restart. I mean, I'm about to show more info. Hold on. All right, let's keep going here. So I showed you how it connected. Just real quick, let me show one more time. So Elvis is 1 year old. And remember, this was 2024's also, this equation. From Elvis's original birth, 1935 to this year, he was 89, and this was the equation. But now we're counting from year one to to next year, and it's this year's equation, but it's for next year because we're starting from 36 instead of 35. So what I'm saying to you is it connects to both this 89 and 90, which connects to the 24 and 25, which is the reset years, right? And so it's got the 326 and the 63 in the days, amount of days, right? Which is, like I said, the JFK assassination day, because JFK was killed on 326 day in the 63rd year, 32663. Okay. Now, and you know, JFK and his brother RFK, just, you know, I know it's not correct because it's actually, I'm using the date here, and this is the date, but I'm using the day. But look, 326 day, RFK was killed on 6/6, the date. So there you got 32666. And the reason I'm showing that is because look, from Elvis's first birthday, instead of 0, we're counting from 36, his first birthday, to Trump's birthday next year is 32666. Okay? Which was this year's equation if you went from 35. You understand? So it connected to RFK and JFK when I just showed you that, right? And of course I showed you this earlier, that from Trump's first birthday to Elvis's death was 11,022 days. That's JFK's death date. You know, if you count from Trump being 1 year old in 1947. And Elvis has been dead for 47 years, and Trump's just elected the 47th, you know, to become the 47th. But, you know, we haven't seen that yet. But anyway, so remember, that's JFK's death date, you know, connection to Trump and to Elvis's death. Now, look at this. So now, remember, we're talking about 1 year old. JFK was born in 2017, but he was born in 1917, but we're going to the 18. And Elvis was born in 18. Remember that. So from JFK's first birthday, not when he was 0, to Elvis's death is 21630. And what did I tell you the 3 and the 0 is? The 3 is the W, which is a crown. The O is a head or a face or a ring or a halo, you know, an egg, whatever you want to call it, you know, but it's a crown. So it's 216. That's August 4th, and then you have the 2 crowns. Okay? And that's from JFK's first birthday. You see? And you know, I'm not going to listen. Let me just show you something. You remember I told you that Pearl Harbor was on 12/7/41, and I told you I connected it to 9/11, but forget that right now. From Elvis's birth to Pearl Harbor Day, I told you it was 6 years, 11 months, and it's a water event, right? And I told you the next water event is going to be on 6/11, right? And I already connected it to 9/11, okay? But so it's connected to the 2 biggest events. Pearl Harbor and 9/11 was the 2 biggest events in America, and the third one is going to be the Washington State event, okay? And in between Pearl Harbor and Elvis's birth is 6 years, 11 months, right? Now, that's from the exact birth date. Let's go from the first birth date. So from Elvis's first birthday to Pearl Harbor, look at that number, 2161. That's the 326 prime. See that? 326. That's JFK's death date. 326 is when the Seattle Kingdom was demolished in Seattle, Washington. You see that? It's connected to that. You see? And from the first birthday to Pearl Harbor. Okay? Now, so remember that I showed you that JFK was 46 years old and Trump's earshot was on 7/13, and Trump was born in 46 also, the year. But anyway, JFK died at the age of 46. Trump got shot on 7/13, and the fourth prime is 7, sixth prime is 13, right? So you have the 46 and the 7/13 in those numbers and in those numbers, right? And why am I showing that? Because look, from Vernon Presley's first birthday, not the day he was born, but the first birthday was in 1917. 4/10, 1917. Look at this. It's 46 years, 7 months, 13 days. Okay? See, normally it would have been 47 years, and Trump selected the 47, right? But from the first birthday of Vernon, it's 46, 7, 13. And that's exactly the prime numbers, right? 4 is 7, 6 is 13, and that's the death age and Trump's earshot date, right? And now watch this. You see the numbers right here? 17 and 28. 17 and 28. Look at this. JFK died in the 28th state. Trump's going to get his head wound in the 17th state, Ohio. 28/17 is 45. All right? Look at that. From Vernon's first birth to JFK's death is 17/028. 17/28. So JFK died in the 28th state. Trump's going to get his head wound and be pronounced dead in the 17th state, but he's going to survive. 28 plus 17 is 45. Where was JFK born? In the 6th state. Where was Trump born? In the 11th state. 6/11. You see? 6/11. You see all that? And how old was Elvis and Trump? In 63, the year JFK was killed. 28, Elvis, Trump is 17. And I just told you, Trump is going to get his head wound in the 17th state. JFK got his head wound in the 28th state. 28/17, the year JFK was killed. And you see the amount of days from Vernon's first birth to the day JFK was killed. 17/28. And all the other numbers I showed, right, with the connections with that. Man, are you guys understanding this? I'm having even trouble breathing. So much work, man, explaining this. Man. Man. This is like a monstrous task, man. Wait, what? Hold on. So let me catch up to the chat here. Yeah, anyway, God bless you guys. I'm trying to, my brain is so messed up that I'm reading people's comments. I'm not even understanding it, but you guys are understanding it. I'll have to look at it later. Or you guys can rewrite that comment about the head. Anyway, Let me keep going. So remember, we were just talking about the 17 and the 28, connecting with all this puzzle. Look at this. Remember all the 1728s I was just showing you? Look at this. The death dates of JFK and RFK, his brother, who was assassinated. Look at this. 17 and 28. You see? I'm just asking you, is this a coincidence? What is this? Look. So remember, Vernon's first birthday to JFK's death date was 17,028 days. 17 and 28. 1728 for JFK, RFK. The year JFK was killed, Elvis was 28, Trump was 17. 28 and 17 is the places where Trump and JFK were killed, are going to be killed. I mean, Ohio, 17th state, where Trump hits his head. And 28 is JFK, 2817. 2817 for Elvis's age, Trump's age, the year that JFK was killed. Then you have the connection with 611 with the birth states. So the death states were 28 and 17 for JFK and Trump, which equals 45. Birth states are 6 and 11. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Come on. This is ridiculous. And RFK and JFK, their death dates equal 1728. All right? And let me... Oh, sorry about that. I'm getting messages everywhere, man. What is this? Anyway, like I said, this is the last thing I'm going to show. So, that Vernon Presley's original birthday, from the actual day he was born, to JFK's 47 years, 7 months, 13 days. And that, and Trump, Trump to become the 47, Trump earshot in 713. 47 years, 7 months, 13 days, to JFK's death date from Vernon. Anyway, like I said, I could go on all day with these connections, folks. Not every connection matches, folks. I'm just trying to show you, whatever connections they need. And if it doesn't work, like if some of their connections don't work, they catch up with another ritual. That's what I'm trying to make you guys understand. So if one ritual is not working for them to connect to this certain number or certain date, they use another ritual. Okay? That's why you see them using certain rituals. All right? We're talking about rituals. It's different than the actual events. Like 9/11 was not only a ritual, but it was a real event. Okay? That's different. It had to happen on that day. All right? Just like JFK's death date it had to happen on that date. See, there's a difference between just a predictive programming ritual than an actual ritual event. Okay? Like Elvis had to die on August 16th, 1977. He had to die. Okay? Just like 9/11 had to happen on that day. All right? Anyway, folks, God bless all of you, and like I said, I know this is convoluted, this video, but what am I supposed to do? And by the way, folks, thumb up the video. There's 50 people in the chat, only 27 thumbs up. How can you guys not, thumb up the video with all the work I'm putting into it? Go see some other crappy videos these people make. It's like not even 1 minute they put into their videos, and they get a crazy amount of thumbs up, and it's sad. You're not doing it for me. You're doing it for the algorithms. I could care less about your stupid thumbs ups. You're doing it to help people. That way they can see the videos, Anyway, I'm like almost dying out of breath trying to get this info out, man. And this is nothing. Wait till you see the videos I'm going to be putting out, man. I just can't get it going. It's so difficult to explain. Wait till you see, man. Anyway. Elvis equals reset. In gematria, Elvis equals reset. But Elvis is the reset, okay? Because it's all about, because, you know, everything is going to be about Elvis and Trump. Trump is the image of Elvis, okay? Elvis equals reset. Elvis equals water. It's the same numbers, all right? Elvis, his numbers equal 6722, backwards is 6832. Water is the same thing, 6722, 6832. Reset is the same, 6722, 6832. I'm talking about in gematria, if you use this stupid calculator. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words. God bless you and everyone else in the chat. To everybody who understands, if you have spiritual eyes and spiritual ears, you understand this, okay? For the people who don't, I don't know what to tell you. If you're new to the channel, watch the live streams. Watch all my live streams and you'll understand it. Anyway, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. And anyone who got in late, you got to watch from the beginning, okay? No, this is not about predicting the rapture. Nobody knows when the rapture is, okay? But, you know, I don't know when the rapture is going to be or when. You just pray for whatever. Just pray that you get taken up before, you know. But a lot of things are going to happen before that. So be prepared. You know, have the whole armor of God on you at all times. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, to the, yeah, it is nerve wracking. It is, you know, knowing what's coming, you know, and you can't do anything. It's going to happen. You can't stop biblical prophecy. If I could stop what's going to happen in Washington State, I would do it. All I can do is warn people. You got to get out of Washington before June 11th. All right. You've got to get out of Washington State before June 11th. All right. Yeah. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, like I said, watch my live streams. If you want my testimony video, go back over a year in the live streams. Look for a video called Jurassic Testimony. In the beginning was the King Man's Son. It's 2 hours, 8 minutes long, the video. All right. It's under the live stream section from over a year ago. All right. End the video. Yeah, anyone who made like a really good comments, I want you guys to put those comments under the video. That way I can read them, you know? Because I saw a couple of good comments and people were like, oh yeah, great comment. I want to know what it was. All right. Anyway, God bless all of you. Make sure you comment under the videos and thumb up the videos, okay? Jesus is God. End the video.